Well, Wolf, as Whitney mentioned, law enforcement officials are concerned and are tracking this spike in threats since the Mar-a-Lago raid. The violent rhetoric is coming on different platforms, including some directed at federal officials and members of Congress. Tonight, multiple law enforcement sources tell CNN they're closely monitoring violent rhetoric and threats that have spiked in online forums and other platforms since the FBI's raid on former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago compound on Monday. Shortly after the raid, in an online forum dedicated to Trump, the phrase "lock and load" was one of the top comments posted. Another post said Attorney General Merrick Garland, quote, "needs to be assassinated. Simple as that." One user posted, "kill all feds."
We have never seen anything like this. As soon as the news broke about the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago, we saw angry cries from radical supporters of President Trump, from a range of right-wing extremists.
One post that CNN found called for violence against FBI agents. Former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe is now worried about agent safety.
Potentially each one of those people, as they go through communities, as they knock on people's doors and show up at businesses to talk to sources of information and witnesses and victims of all sorts, could potentially be a target.
Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell, a frequent target of the far right, today posted on his Twitter account a recording of a threat against him and his family, which he says came in after the Mar-a-Lago raid.
Cut his head off. Swalwell's a worthless piece of cut his wife's head off, cut his kid's heads off.
But other members of Congress, hardline Republicans, have contributed to the violent rhetoric since the raid on Trump's Florida home.
We've seen Paul Gosar, an elected member of Congress, suggest we need to, quote, destroy the FBI.
The extremist online postings after the Mar-a-Lago raid were found by CNN correspondent Donnie O'Sullivan, who tracks extremism online. He said this about that online forum supporting Trump, where some of those threats popped up.
That website is one of the very same websites where many of the people were talking about plans for January 6th in advance of the attack on the Capitol. People discussing how to attack police officers.
In fact, one reply to the lock and load